We have Skrewfaze in the news, and this time around, he's shading the protesters. He's saying, "You people, you make noise. When December 7th come, you still go and vote for the same people. No difference. Then what is the essence of the noise you're making? Because it's not like you're going to make a change in your vote. You're going to vote for these same people you claim are spoiling your waters, are doing this, are doing that. So like, you better go sit somewhere." So Ghanaian musician Skrewfaze, born Jehoshaphat Eshon, has expressed concern over the pollution of the nation's water body due to illegal mining, commonly known as Galamsey. In a recent radio interview, he lamented, "Our water bodies are in disarray, and I often wonder if this is the Ghana that Kwame Nkrumah envisioned, all because of greed." The veteran hip life artist emphasized that while citizens blame the government for the decline in water quality, they must also hold themselves accountable. Though we often criticize the government, we need to reflect on our own actions as we complain about Galamsey's impact on our water sources, he noted. Skrewfaze pointed out a troubling trend, stating that many individuals protesting against Galamsey would ultimately vote for the same politicians they are protesting. It's shocking that those demonstrating with placards demanding an end to Galamsey will still go ahead and vote for the very people they are criticizing, he remarked. Now this is what he's saying. I don't think he's lying though.
Yeah, I don't think it's far from the truth at all. Charlie, me, I've said it time and over that I don't think this present Ghana that we are in is worth all of this type of things that they are doing. I don't think it's worth it at all. I don't think the systems work even in a way that you want to push buttons, and if things go bad, the system will protect you. Yeah. It doesn't. You understand? You are at the mercy of those in power. You are at the mercy of the leadership. Yesterday, I saw Gihok, their CEO or something like that, who was threatening, people who were trying to join the organized labor to go on a strike action, threatening them to sack them if people from Gihok actually go on that strike, on that strike, And I saw comments and people were saying blah 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 blah, and in my mind I'm thinking, you people, you don't know how Ghana they work. If your boss can't set TV top, where he threatens say if you try go striker, he go sack you. Now, what will be the recourse? You go to court. The court, go work for you.
Yeah. True.
You understand? You go do that matter top till you die.
True.
You understand? And that they know that this is how they've made a system. So they know that they can actually call your bluff.
Yeah.
So in Ghana, Charlie, there isn't much avenue to even try to make things right. You understand? Because if you're having an issue with these people who they literally are the plug, really, you can't really win really in this in this place. So one of the only ways that we can actually win is to vote. And we know that we know accusations coming from both sides of voter manipulation and election manipulation and all of these things. It means that both sides, they don't trust each other. They know they've been doing certain things. You understand? So even the votes crowd, to a certain extent, sometimes there are a little bit machination in them. But that is the only recourse, the last resort, really. Someone said, if you want to protest with your vote.
Right.
You understand? Yeah, that is the best way to protest. You understand? So if you go on your demonstration, you go on your this, you go on your that. After that, you are going to vote for the same people that you are complaining about. What are you really doing? But we also need to look at this Galamsey thing in a lot of faces. I think with time, I'm getting a lot more, perspective on the issue. And it looks like the people who are in those mining communities do not have a problem with it.
Yes, they don't.
You understand? So why are we in Accra crying for their water bodies? Though it affects all of us, I think they are really at the mercy of it more. You understand? So and it's a bread and butter issue at this point in time, because for most of them that is their livelihood. You understand? Last time I saw a post and they were saying that even though we are doing the protest, they say they've issued 7 more mining licenses to some companies, and I'm like, bro, what is the narrative here? You understand? You are demonstrating against Galamsey. A mining company being licensed has nothing to do with Galamsey in the first place, unless you are saying that you are demonstrating against mining, or you are demonstrating. I'm not really seeing where the fight actually is now. It looks like the whole thing is confused at this moment. So me, I agree with Skrewfaze to a certain extent that, you know, things need to be done differently if you want things to actually be different. You know, which is that if you want to protest, you protest with your vote. You know, if you have a problem with the leadership, you know, you try to what do you say, your constitutional rights. You know, you exercise your constitutional rights, you know, by actually making your voice heard in that stead. Because see, I remember, I think that the president met organized labor, right? I think I saw a communique, but I have not seen any communique about the people who went on this demonstration and the president. It's like there's no respect. Not at all. Do you understand? And I think the president was recently on a news channel, and he was talking about the fact that it's their behavior that actually landed them there. I'm like, this is supposed to be a lawyer, a human rights lawyer. Isn't it? Are you not supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty? Why does he have a verdict? Why is he saying their behavior put them there? Like, how does that actually work? You understand? Because if you are saying their behavior put them there, it means that you are agreeing with the police that, you know, they were of bad conduct. But the case has not it has not gone through the whole process yet. You understand? So why should you have a conclusion? You understand? It means that there is a certain power that is making sure that these people then treat them my ear. You understand? Where then really they frustrate them. I think growing up, I was very more optimistic about things, you know, in Ghana. But at this point in time, I know, I mean, to a certain level, you know how things go work, how things don't go work. But sometimes when you start up, maybe, you know, you are from school, national service, you enter the job market, you know, you are trying to make things right. Charlie, no, my boss, this one, I know be so. If I be, yeah, master, then go humble you. You understand? True. You have to know when you need to put your voice out there to stand firm, and when you just need to concede. If your job, how you want me to do one, we go do one for you. You understand? So really, I do think that the best way that we can actually show that we are not happy with our leadership is to exercise our constitutional rights. Really, not all of. For me, I'm not impressed by all of these things. I just think it's a lot of you know, I don't want to use the word noise, but it's just a lot of much ado about nothing. Really, you understand? Because the people who are at the end of the matters themselves know. Last time I saw that they were doing they said them go the DC and they say they are demonstrating against I say we have not even part. They are demonstrating against those protesting in Accra.
I think I've seen videos of them, and one video I saw one guy, he was even sipping, was it Fanta, was standing beside, and he was talking like,
they
do this to them,
you know, and the leaders are making sure that they are funding these people. They are making sure that these people are well taken care of on their level. You understand? So I mean, they are happy with what they are doing. I just think a lot of people need to, you know, I don't want to bust people's bubble, because you know, other people also believe that if you are not building, you shouldn't destroy. You understand? So yeah, they should do what they do, but me, I don't see it getting anywhere. You know, until we are able to cause certain types of changes.
I think I agree with you. I don't see this getting anywhere. I think the last time we were even talking about this was it on Monday, about how all this thing is basically like non-fabisa. It's not
fanfare. They go there, they go take show, eat, then
it's not going to yield any results.
And you know, one thing I've also noticed with the opposition party, those who are not in power, yes, although we have some of these ministers, or let me say those there adding their voice to it, it's not as loud as it used to. You know, you get the whole energy.
For me, I do think that most of them are trying to separate themselves from. They want this one to look like it's a neutral thing. You understand? So they are not trying to put themselves really in there. And if you even talk about opposition parties, these are people, the parliamentarians are available. I think the protest that they did, I think they were supposed to give one to the presidency and take one also to parliament. I don't know what happened to that.
They've not done. No, they haven't. I don't know if because they were supposed to move to that space.
Yeah, they were supposed to move to that space, and some of these.
Do what?
You're supposed to present your petition.
To Parliament also. So I don't know where that actually ended, but I do think that people who are in opposition, some of them are on committees in parliament.
Right.
Some of these things, it comes to them. I think for most of them, there are other avenues, other potent avenues to, you know, let their displeasure be heard, you know, than joining a protest. I do think that, yeah, they will do their own protests, the political parties, they'll do their own protests, but they wouldn't like to associate themselves with this one because I'm sure they are happy that this is going on.
They are.
Yeah, they are happy that this is going on, but they won't want to muddy it and make it look like, you know, it's a politically motivated thing, because the people are already being accused that, you know, it's a politically motivated thing, so they would try their best to separate themselves from it as much as they can, really. Yeah.
Let's
Galamsey, because the back and forth, you know, the conversations, even I think averagely when you have conversations with people are not interested. I just think it's social media that it looks like there's something happening, but really, Charlie, people
social media influencers.
Yeah, social media influencers, you know,
because they're the ones that took over the whole
and other people
protest.
too are just waiting for December 7th to come and they
do their thing.
Yeah. That's what they're going to voice out, because going on the street, risking your life at this point.
But the question really is, after December 7th, if the next government, if there's a change in government, will there be a change in this situation?
Nothing is guaranteed.